We'll now be very pleased to have our chapter reports from each of the islands. They're all done through video. In years past, we used to have them done live, but let's hear what's happening on Hawaii Island. Let's hear what's happening on Maui. Let's hear what's happening on Kauai. And let's hear what's happening here on Oahu as seen through the eyes of our chapter chairs.
Aloha everyone, my name is Dan King. I'm the General Manager of Grand Hyatt Kauai and the past chair of the Kauai chapter of HLTA. Just wanted to give you a brief update on 2019-2020 fiscal year for our island. We had a very strong Q4 of last year, followed by almost 3 very strong months of 2020. We were very encouraged about the business outlook for 2020 until COVID hit. And then of course, everything changed. With the shutdown of the island, many properties took advantage of the time of doing upgraded renovations, projects, and that sort of thing to improve our properties for when we did eventually reopening. We also had to postpone our charity walk for this past year. We will be conducting that next May. We worked with our employees, with the county, and we provided a lot of food drives at our resorts and throughout the county to try to help out our employees that were laid off. And now most of our hotels are slowly reopening. Timeshares are picking up a little bit quicker than hotels, but we're opening safely because each property worked closely with our brands and with HLTA to create safe hygiene protocols for when we did reopen. So right now we're working with Kauai County and the KVB to slowly and safely bring Kauai back while respecting our island and keeping everyone safe while visiting Kauai. Aloha, thank you.
Aloha from the beautiful Garden Island of Kauai. My name is Mark Benner. I'm the Director of Operations at the beautiful Westin Prince Villas Resort Villas and also this year's incoming president for the Kauai chapter of the HLTA. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Dan King, our past president, for really setting the table and favorably positioning our organization for 2021. Our goals really for 2021 will be to support our current members and really through these unprecedented times being their voice and providing a value for their membership. Also, to grow our membership by being agile, nimble, and really creative. And I think we're gonna have to work together closely with Mufi and his team and the other chapters to really own the upswing in 2021. I'm really looking forward to 2021, sunnier and brighter days, and I look forward to getting together with everyone as soon as we can. So again, aloha from Kauai.
Aloha from Oahu and Waikiki. I'm Samir Miranda, General Manager of Embassy Suites Waikiki, also your chairperson for Oahu. 2020 started out with a bang. We had a membership mixer in February and just after that Tourism Day, which was heavily attended and very successful. So when March came along with COVID-19, all our focus was the employees that were furloughed and the need that they had. So we wanted to make sure that we took care of them. So with the help of HLTA, we hosted the Kaukau Kukua kits, which was available for them at a very low rate. And that was partnered with Waihata. And we had 2 deliveries or 2 drop-offs here at Embassy Suites, and many of our furloughed employees took advantage of it. And then after that, we did Aloha Later. This initiative handed over 3,000 boxes to furloughed employees, complimentary. And this was partnered with Aloha Harvest and HLTA. So thank you very much. It was very successful and everyone really appreciated it. So moving forward to 2021, what we want to do is continue the initiatives that we had 2020 before the pandemic. So we look forward to talking tours with new hotels like the White Sands, the Halipuna, also our renovation here at Embassy Suites Waikiki. We will do a Waikiki scavenger hunt for Charity Walk, also hospitality karaoke for Charity Walk, and of course the Hotel Restaurant Expo, back to school drives, HL Tour Tournament, and Community College F&B dinners. Of course, we will do this with the mandates for City and County of Honolulu regarding COVID-19. But we tried, and I know that we will do even better in 2021. I'm very honored to be chairperson for next year, and I look forward to a very successful year next year. Good luck to everyone. Aloha.
Aloha, my name is Michael Pai, and I have the privilege of being the Maui Chapter Chair. I would like to thank all members of the Maui Chapter that have truly come together over this chaotic year. I'd like to acknowledge the efforts of our new Executive Director, who actually started back in November of 2019, Rod Antone, and our Membership and Events Coordinator, Christine Christensen. Together, they've delivered the Herculean effort of keeping calm and structure during this period of uncontrolled global chaos. We closed the book on 2019 with some of our traditional events. 25,000 pounds of rice was distributed during our 11th annual Rice for the Holidays event. And perhaps my favorite time every year is in December, where we hosted over 400 of our island's most precious resource and served our kapuna 4-course holiday dinners, which included over 300 door prizes donated by our members. We charged into 2020, like many of you, with great optimism and a full slate of events and wonderful goals. Membership mixers were organized. We attended the HLTA 2020 Tourism Day at the State Capitol. We even donated $32,000 through our scholarship funds to the university, to high schools, and to our member scholarship program. Spirits were high and life was good. While I'm unable to talk fast enough in my 2 minutes that I've been allotted about what took place between March and October 15th when Trans-Pacific travel returned, let's just say some probably would be cutting to commercial right now. MHLA, on the other hand, took an incredibly active role in what I would describe as a story worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster. Our annual general meeting went virtual over 2 days and included an allied showcase and guest speaker with the Lieutenant Governor Josh Green being our keynote. We also provided educational content with 2 mainland general managers who were able to share their property reopening experiences. In October, we delivered 400 food packages as part of the Aloha Later food distribution, and will once again be celebrating our 12th annual Rice for the Holidays distribution this month. It's been one heck of a year, and when we take a brief moment and sit on the beach, the sun will set as it always does, just like it is behind me. United as an industry, perhaps more than ever before, I have great optimism that the sunrise tomorrow will be absolutely incredible. Mahalo to our industry, mahalo to our Maui chapter, and mahalo to the community that supports us.
Hey, aloha everybody. Craig Anderson here on the Big Island with the HLTA update for the year 2020. Hope this finds you all well. Like most of you, we've spent the better part of the last 6 or 7 months preparing our hotels to reopen or to operate during a global pandemic. So I'm sure you've all had about as much fun as we have in doing that. But we're ready. Our hotels, many are open. Many are reopening this week and next week, and we're thrilled to be back in business. Earlier this year, we partnered with IHVB and the County of Hawaii to update the strategic tourism plan. That work was completed in June, and the updated plan was published in July. We're now also working with the county and IHVB and HTA on a destination management action plan, which basically takes that strategic tourism plan, dovetails it with the HTA pillars to create a destination action plan, a management action plan for our island. We hope that work will all come together and be finished by December, and then we look at rolling out some of those new exciting initiatives in January. Very timely as we look to reopen our industry in a maybe a more thoughtful way than we'd operated in the past, but certainly with a lot of attention on the needs of our community and in operating in a Pono fashion. Lastly, one of the things that we're really proud of on Hawaii Island is the work that we've done to provide sustenance and nourishment to our colleagues. We started with a fundraising campaign in May of this year in the homeowner communities, in the resort communities. We were successful in raising over $400,000 in that effort. And then we proceeded to apply for a grant for CARES Act funding through the County of Hawaii. And in August, we were awarded $900,000 through CARES Act funds. So in total, about $1.3 million in funding. Obviously, we used our wholesale purchasing power to stretch those dollars even further. And over half of the money, almost half of the money that we spent went to local farmers and local producers and local businesses. So we were able to give back to the community here and provide opportunity for others. So all in, I think we will have served or provided over 250,000 meals to visitor industry employees and their families. And it'll all culminate with a giveaway on Thanksgiving week with turkey dinner. So couldn't let a pandemic go to waste. Hopefully the efforts help those in need. And I just want to send a shout out to all the volunteers at the hotels who made this work possible. So we're excited to be back in business and getting back to hospitality, which is what we all do for a living. And just want to remind you all to be on the lookout for those great Kama'aina rates here on the Big Island. So hope all's well with you. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, happy holidays, and aloha.
See, we're really blessed to have such outstanding leadership from every county chapter. I can't have any credibility in talking about collaboration outside of our tourism industry with other business sectors if we're not practicing it in our own ohana. So I want to thank again Dan and Mike, Simeon, Mike, Mark, I should say, and Craig for their outstanding leadership in that regard. I now want to turn it over to Jared Higashi, our Vice President for Government and Community Affairs, to acknowledge our major sponsors. Jared?
Thank you very much, boss. Aloha, GMM attendees. Again, my name is Jared Higashi. For those of you who I have not met, I am the VP of Government and Community Affairs for HLTA, as my president, Mufi Hanneman, has mentioned. As we all know, it is hard to put on a successful conference without the support of your sponsors. So on behalf of my boss and the HLTA team, let me say thank you to all of our generous sponsors. And I would like to encourage each and every one of our attendees to do so as well through the Hoover app. Now, let me take a moment to introduce and recognize this year's GMM Gold Level sponsors. First, mahalo to professional graphic design, printing, and install company JPG Hawaii for your sponsorship. They also produce these very trendy co-branded face masks that you can all find in your amenity bags. Now, I'd like to turn your attention to a video that they have submitted to us and hear from their representatives, John Paul and Joe Gideon.
Aloha, Jean-Paul Gideon here, president of JPEG Hawaii. Through the years, we've had the opportunity to work with many HLTA members on their printing and promotional item projects. Even more so during COVID, we've worked with many more members to supply our PPE, sanitizers, wipes, masks, gloves, and more. We're proud to announce that we've married the two services that we offer, the custom branded sanitizer station. This allows you to keep the aesthetics of your property while maintaining the health and hygiene of your guests. The key benefits, they're freestanding, touchless automatic dispensers with the drip tray so you don't get the ground dirty, batteries included, and you can refill these with any gel or liquid sanitizer of your choice.
To launch this new product, we're offering our hotel partners a custom branded hand sanitizer station at no cost to test it on their property. Do you already have existing hand sanitizer stands? No problem. We can take the dispenser and mount it on our custom branded stands to keep your message on point and consistent with your brand. In addition, we're also offering VIP pricing for all HLTA members. More information can be found on the event app, in the pack you got on Thursday, or on our website, jpghawaii.com. Keep your brand and your guests safe. Mahalo.
Thank you, JPG Hawaii. Next, our next sponsor is no stranger to the industry or the HLTA Ohana. They co-host some of our trademark events, such as the Citizen Scholar Awards, and co-founded the Hawaii Restaurant and Trade Show. Hawaii Restaurant Hotel Trade Show. Not to mention the many, many partnerships that they provide throughout the year to the HLTA team. I would like to recognize the Honolulu Star Advertiser and Star Events. Let's hear from their Chief Revenue Officer, David Kennedy.
Aloha, everyone. Dave Kennedy here at the Honolulu Star Advertiser. Wanted to say thank you for allowing us to sponsor the Hawaii Lodging and Tourism Association's general membership meeting. I miss all of you. I wish we were together having some cocktails and enjoying ourselves like we always do, but we can't. So I'm here to say congratulations to you for putting on a nice virtual meeting. Look forward to seeing the rest of it tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing all of you actually in June at our Hawaii Convention Center. We are having a convention. We will be there, you'll be there, all the vendors will be there. It'll be the best show that we've had to date. So we'll see you then. Aloha and enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much, Dave and the Honolulu Star Advertiser team. Finally, I would like to send a big mahalo to our third gold sponsor, a leader in protective and security services, Securitas. For those that have attended our in-person GMMs in the past, know that Securitas is always coming to the table to sponsor our Saturday night parties. They have been honored with the HLTA Allied Member of the Year award in the past, and since then continue to support our organization and the visitor industry. So a big shout out to their team, especially their regional vice president and HLTA board member, Sanj Sapal, and his director of security, Chief Lee Donahue, who have always been a part of the GMM. Now, thank you very much to our gold sponsors. Back to you, boss.
For honchoing that part of the presentation today. I want to take this opportunity before I turn it over to our chair, Cheryl Williams, for some final remarks to close out this session. I want to publicly acknowledge my team. You just heard from Jared, our Vice President for Government and Community Affairs. Jared has really stepped up into this job big time. And the knowledge and wisdom that he's acquired through the years in helping me right there by my side every step along the way as we advocate for the industry has been exemplary. I also want to acknowledge Jason Paloma, our Director of Operations. Jason is the newest member of my starting five, but he's done a wonderful job of coming in and making sure that the bus and the train run on time and tightening up our operations. Also, our Director of Fiscal Services, Jessica Karras. It was a new position that I created a few years ago to get a professional CPA in that job. She's done a stellar job working with Steve Ka'a, our treasurer, to make sure that our books are always well maintained and the like. Jared Ellis, the other Jared. In our office, we call him Ellis. We call the other Jared. That's based on seniority. But Ellis came to our office with years of experience on the city council. Excellent writer, excellent media relations person, and he has contributed immensely to our success. And last but not least, Ashley Yonamine, who really, whose shoulders really fell that I thrust upon of this general membership meeting. She's the Energizer bunny of the group, always looking for ways to see how we can do it. She says, boss, I think we might have made a little money off this GMM. I said, that's what I want to hear. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So Ashley, thank you. Thank you for really making sure we've had a successful conference as we start to close out. So without further ado, let me give the final words to our chair, Cheryl Williams.
There we go. Aloha, everyone. Thank you, Mufi, and thank you for that great state of the industry update. It just reminds me of all the amazing things that you and the team, have done throughout the year. And before we move on to the next, I guess, section of the meeting, I wanted to take this opportunity to acknowledge this amazing board of directors that we have, because they all work really hard to help us move things forward and address some of the challenges that we've had this year. And this coming year, as we again reopen and start our recovery process, our togetherness is going to be even more important. And I want to thank all of you for the amazing messages that I've received so far today, and I'm looking forward to a great year ahead. And Tom Fody and Paul Toner, we're going to be connected at the hip, I think, you know, for this next year, and also for all the island chapter chairs that have done so much, you know, on their islands. It's just really phenomenal. Thank you so much. And I think that we have a little bit of time before the next before Lieutenant Governor Josh Green joins us at 3:30. So I think if anybody needs to take a little, you know, break for only 5 minutes, please do come back at 3:30 to listen to our Lieutenant Governor address the group. Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute break then. Thank you all.